It's finally here. This is the MOVCAN V80, and this is my wife's new bike. I know she's absolutely gonna love it because my other bike, she can't get on it because how tall it is. This one is a pass-through type of commuter bike. Now, this was sent over by our friends at MOVCAN, but I just want to let everybody know that this is not a paid advertisement. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this. This is purely my words and my experiences with this product. So let's go ahead and get to it, open it up, and see everything that comes in the box. Okay, so I have all the packaging off. Here's everything that it comes with. You know, the bike frame, which is mainly put together already. I didn't do any changes just yet. And then you get the front tire, front fender, headlight. This is the charger. It's a 54.6 and 2 amps. Seat, bike lock, comes with a little phone holder, which is really nice. Then you get the tire pump, side mirror, which is really great. Kickstand, pedals, license plate, front axle, and then tools. Quite a bit of tools that I haven't gotten with any other bike. Now this is 5, 4, 3, and 6. You get a Phillips screwdriver and then all these wrenches. So nice little toolkit here. A big upgrade from my other one. My other one had one of those multi-tool kind of wrenches, and to have individual wrenches, that's a big deal to better get in all kinds of spaces. So I'm gonna start with the handlebars just to get them up off the ground. Now, I do wanna say there is no one way to start. Just know that, you know, whichever way you start on this bike build, it can start with any component and you will get the same result. It's not very hard. So I've loosened up the stem here. We're gonna raise it. And if you look closely, you'll see right there, there's a maximum height. And so we're gonna start out with the maximum height. Also, this stem's also adjustable, which is really nice because I know my wife likes it a little bit closer to her. So by raising it up like this, it's gonna make it to where it's a little bit closer. And even if I wanted to, I could probably turn it this way. But we're gonna mount it like this. We're gonna go to the maximum height and we'll just adjust it later. Next, I'm gonna move on to the front axle. We're gonna remove this stabilizer bolt here and slide the front tire in. Now you wanna be careful when inserting the front tire because you need to make sure that the disc goes in between the 2 brake pads. Next is our front axle. Just insert it like so. I'm going to put the kickstand on so that I can take it off of this strap and put the bike lean on the kickstand. Now the kickstand is threaded, comes with 2 screws that have Loctite on them, and you get a little nut for the back to make sure that it doesn't come out. All right, next I'm going to do the front fender and headlight. Now you want the front tab to be on the right here. You want this bolt to go straight through to hold it on. So you're going to have to kind of wiggle it through right here, pinch these 2 arms together. Slides right in, and now we're going to attach this screw here, and on the bottom, on the sides of each fork, you see there's a screw right here and one on that side. Second to last part is going to be your pedals. Match up left and left, and you can see it tells you the direction that you want to tighten it. All right, last part is going to be the seat. And something really cool, this is a great detail, is the fact that you can fix where you want that adjustment. I think that's going to be perfect. Actually, that's probably a little tall. We might go almost all the way down. There we go. All right, so we finally finished, and it looks amazing. It took me about 45 minutes, even with moving the camera around and stuff. Now let's go over the parts and pieces and everything you get with the bike. I'll start in the back and work my way forward. We got 1,000 watt hub motor that's on a 26-inch rim. The front and the back are 26-inch rim tires. You got a nice little bike rack right here where you can put something, some luggage, some cargo, or even mount a seat for a child. The rear light actually has turn signals, and I'll go over that when I get to the controls. Disc brakes, so you got front and back disc brakes. The frame itself is carbon steel, and it's in this flat kind of green, which is amazing color. Absolutely love it. I have to get the height changes for the seat, the minimum and max, and I'll just put it on the screen, but it has a wide range of adjustments. And then the front forks, this is something that's important. They will be set to lock, so they'll be in the lock position. If you don't undo that when you get the bike, then your suspension won't work. It basically locks it up, and it won't go up and down and absorb, you know, all those bumps. Here is the front headlight, which is controlled by the upper controls. There's your front brake. And the battery, we'll get into the battery. It's a 48 volt, 13 amp hour battery. I'll show you how to take it on and off using the key. Turn it like this while pushing, and then release it, pick up from the top, and then slides right out. That's where it connects here at the bottom. So when you put it back in, you want to put the bottom first. Something cool that's on this battery is this little label. It says that if it gets wet, that it turns red. Really cool. Your charge port is in here. So there's your charge port. It's like pin connector. So it goes like that. And here's your little light to tell how much it has left. Blue, that means we're full. Blue, green, red. Red is all the way down. Just put it in, set it in, and push. Now the battery's gonna take about 7 hours to charge when you drain it pretty much all the way. Now it's gonna get you about 30 to 40 miles of range. That just depends on the rider size, the conditions you're riding in, and you know, if you're using the pedal assist. So it does have pedal assist. It has a cruise control mode where if you go a certain speed for a certain amount of time, it'll actually keep going till you tap the brake. Or if you're using just the pure electric, which means just throttle, you're going to get close to 30 miles with that. But if you pedal, you're going to get quite a few more miles. Now, the controls. Let's go ahead and move on to the controls. I'll go from right to left. I've already covered a few of these. So your rear brake, quarter twist, or sorry, half twist throttle with like a leather kind of cover of the rest of the handle, Shimano shifter. And then I've kind of tilted this so that you can see it really good. But this is the front brake. And then you have your display here, which if I turn it up, you can see really good. There's the power button, the shift up and down, and then the actual walk assist. So if you hold that down, it'll actually help you while you're walking until you press the brake to make it stop. Also, if you hit the power button, it'll go through some modes. I'll show you that in a second. And here's your light switch. This is your signal switch and your horn. Now let's turn it on and kind of go over some of those things and show the lights working. Let's turn it on. So press it for 3 seconds, it turns on. And then if I press up and down, it'll cycle through which speed, like the level. So it goes 1 all the way to 5. And then if I press the power button, it'll cycle through the trip, the odometer, your max speed, your average speed on whatever trip you're riding. Then here is your light. So I'll show the headlight. And it's pretty bright. It's hard to see in here because the lights are bright in here. But there's your headlight, and then right under that is your signals. So left signal, right signal. Now, it doesn't toggle back to the middle. You have to do that on your own, but it definitely has a good groove where it sits in the middle. Let me show how that light works. If I turn the lights on, you can see it has a running light. Turn it off. If you hit the brake, it'll actually have a brake light. So you got the brake light, left turn signal, right turn signal, back to the middle. And if you have your lights on, the brake light still lights up. So that's real nice. It works that way. And the horn. You heard that horn. It's pretty loud. Definitely, if a car is pulling out in front of you, or if you need to get somebody's attention, you're definitely going to get it with that. So I have it in the top speed. Let's go ahead and test out how fast it goes. And it's showing here that it's going 28. Which is really cool because my other bike, it said it went 28, but it only went 25. It's not my MOVCAN, another electric bike that I got. Yeah, so it's real nice that it goes to 28. We'll see what happens when you put a rider on it, but that's really cool that it goes all the way. So to turn it off, you just hold it down for 3 seconds and it turns the bike off. So my overall opinion about this bike is they definitely paid attention to a lot of detail. There's a lot of different adjustment things that a lot of other bikes don't have. And so I really like the fact that they took the time to get those details involved. And there's just a lot of things on here that feel a lot more sturdy than some other bikes that I've gotten on. Now, for height reference, I'm 5'7", and you can see I have it adjusted to where it fits me, you know, quite nice. And I like the look of this. Like, this might be a bike that I cruise around on. It's definitely a good commuter bike, and I can't wait to give this to my wife and see the look on her face.